the beginning of the new United States of America, and the beginning of the French Revolution. Compared with the American Revolution, the French Revolution was more complex, more violent, and far more radical. It tried to create both a new political order and a new social order. Indeed, it has often been seen as a major turning point in European political and social history. The causes of the French Revolution include both long-range problems and immediate forces. The long-range causes are to be found in the condition of French society. Before the Revolution, French society was based on inequality. France's population of 27 million was divided, and it has been since the Middle Ages, into three orders, or estates.
The Estates General Meeting composed of all three estates. Each estate had one vote. The problem with this to begin with was that the first and second estate could outvote the third estate 2-1. The third estate proposed a new idea to create a new constitution that got rid of all of the tax exemptions and made France a better place. Since I'm from the third estate, I have an idea. How about we create a constitution to get rid of the tax exemptions?
No.
That would be best for France.
We don't care about what's best for France. We care about what's best for us.
Exactly.
Okay, bye.
This just in. Channel 7 Action News Team. Peasants. Can we interview you, please?
I suppose so.
So, what is it like living within the third estate? It's cold. It's dark. So, how do you plan to change the king's mind on the constitutional government? I'll kill him!
Revolution!
String his head up! Let's go get him!
Hello, Miss White. I'm here with the Channel 7 Action News team to interview you about the previous Estates General meeting. You're in the second estate, correct?
Yes, I suppose.
Okay. Are there any differences between the second and first estate?
What was the question?
How do you feel about this third estate citizens entering the nobility?
I don't like it at all because they're peasants. Okay, if we're being honest here, I am a noble. I don't have time for peasants.
So, do you think this constitution would help things seem more fair?
Not really, because everything works now, so why change it?
Okay. So, do you have the same tax exemptions as the third or first estate?
As the first estate, because I'm a noble and nobles get the best.
Okay, well thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Hello today, Ms. Kilpatrick.
Hi.
We're here with the Channel 7 Action News team to interview you about the previous Estates General meeting and your reaction. So, why did you not agree with the third estate's proposal?
Well, I mean, the system is fine as it is.
Okay. Then how do you feel about the tax exemptions?
Well, I mean, they pay our taxes, we live happily ever after. What's not to love?
Okay, so should the monarchy become a constitutional government, how would you respond?
Well, it's not like it will, but if it did, I mean, there would have to be some kind of war or something.
And how would you feel if the third estate outvoted your estate?
Well, I mean, that's impossible unless something drastic happened. But if it did, I mean, my way of life would be going as it is.
So, if the third estate did rebel, then how would you respond?
I suppose I'd have to move to England. Have you heard what's going on with Prince Harry? He is single. Yes.
Okay, well thank you, Ms. Kilpatrick.
Yes.
And
Today, we're here with many people from the third estate. Today they're making a tennis court oath, which in other words means they are going to make a pact to make sure that they have a constitution before they leave this place. They will not adjourn the meeting until they have a constitution.
On this 4th day of December, we declare the tennis court.
King Louis remained at Versailles while the storming of the Bastille took place. he had refused to accept the National Assembly's decrees on the abolition of feudalism and the Declaration of Rights of Man. On October 5, 1789, thousands of women, described by one witness as a detachment of women coming up from every direction, armed with broomsticks, lances, pitchforks, swords, pistols, and muskets, marched to Versailles. A delegation of the women met with Louis XVI and described how their children were starving from a lack of bread. The women forced the king to accept the decrees. The crowd insisted that the royal family return to Paris to show the king's support of the National Assembly. The royal family returned to Paris on October 6th. Louis XVI, as a goodwill gesture, brought along wagon loads of flour from the palace stores. The royal family and the supplies were escorted by women armed with pikes. The women sang, "We are bringing back the baker, the bakers and the baker's boy, the king, the king's wife, Marie Antoinette, and their son." The king and his family were virtual prisoners in Paris.
After the storming of the Bastille, the National Assembly has formed again. This time the Assembly has formed a Declaration of the Rights of Man. Hopefully with this groundbreaking document, the National Assembly has outlined topics such as the end of tax exemptions and freedom and equal rights for all men. Everyone has liberty, property, security, and resistance to oppression, freedom of speech and press, and the right to make laws. No women had rights with this document.